I want to be very intentional that there are two things as I start this video off. Is first off, I need to put a small apologies about how long I didn't get the time to make the video, and most importantly, I know I could have done this so much sooner as I expected it, but obviously I was being a little affected by time of thinking about doing work basically at the time, and that was kind of something I need to really face my time because it's always it's always point be myself at the time, and have some time to think about this, and as I can play very very hardly, and once I feel very very bravely and confident, and finally have a chance to talk about this is just a little bit grateful, and I'm hoping, and I was been praying for God for hopefully he's by me basically as we can talk about Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew that sadly passed away just a few days ago. It was just around Thursday night basically. They were taking a nice bicycle ride outside South New Jersey, and then turned out to be then a drunk driver had to destroy their lives, and then take him to heaven basically at the time, and affect families at these situations. Our game is gonna be very difficult about Johnny or Matthew at the time. You know, Johnny was always Johnny Hockey, and it really really hurts just to see that this time is going to be settling down, but always will always be remembered that we always gonna have Johnny Hockey be by our side, and we obviously gotta do something to fight back, and do something to honor it at these times, and absolutely, it's my heart right now is just feeling like a little bit pounded as I can feel myself being very very sad, but also trying to fight my way through as I talk about this, and just do, like, ladies and gentlemen, like, you're talking about two sons, fathers and husbands to be with, building family, and then sadly they have to lose their life, like the fathers of building a family, like a maker of a family, of a new generation of of the family basically at the time is just very difficult at these times. Obviously to feel what Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau are thinking while they're up in heaven, basically thinking about what we're gonna do when we can't be there for our family, and always know that they're gonna always be by their children, their wives, their mom and dad at these times, and it's it's completely sad. There were two hockey players to around in the National Hockey League. Johnny would play 9 years in Calgary and 2 years in Columbus, and then so play 11, and obviously play 11 years in the National Hockey League. Matthew was being with, I believe, as the previous pictures I've seen from Matthew was, I think he was part of the New York Islanders, but mostly was part of the AHL Islanders. So I believe he was with the Islanders AHL team while be part of the minor leagues, while he was building himself to be a professional hockey player, and absolutely difficult time as we really think about this, and it's very sad just to go down a very different direction, and I feel very sad just to see that how it affected them, and mostly Johnny and Matthew. But most importantly, as we talk about this, guys, obviously you have to think about Calgary and Columbus at the time, and knowing how hard the fans were there for Gaudreau, and just feel how disappointing, but sadly, just to know that they will never see him again, and then just know that he will always be there for the people that love Johnny Gaudreau, and at the time, I saw Calgary, I saw Columbus news videos of seeing amazing things. What they're doing right now is they're honoring memories and stuff that they've bought, and then obviously to give it up, and also know that so Johnny Gaudreau can be felt and remembered, and Matthew had the same thing as well, if he did. But obviously, this starts by being hurt, as the Boston College Eagles get something that hurts them, and then the National Hockey League gets affected at the time with Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew, and it's been very difficult just to go down a situation in time and direction as we think about this. And I feel like there's no words what I feel, as I feel very sad and depressed of as I'm talking about this. But when we go down a situation like this, it's completely sad, but they're always there, and we're always there for them. But at the time, but most importantly, it feels like it's like I just don't know what to feel when I work that my job is working at a beer place, and the guy was drinking 4 to 5 6 beers. It doesn't matter how many he did, but he drank a lot, and he was drunk driving, and absolutely devastating, but mostly frustration, as I feel for the drunk driver for making a horrific mistake to his life that is mostly going to be very, very affecting him to finish his life on Earth, basically. And knowing he made a massive mistake, very horrible mistake, and there's just no answer of that. I think he's going to have a very, very big life in prison. Obviously, he's going to be going to court in tomorrow, basically, at the New Jersey court, basically. I'm not going to, in first advice, I'm not going to make a video of how long he's going to be in prison, because that is absolutely unnecessary. I'm going to think about it. You can do it on your local news if you want to, or watching news from different locals if you want to, and that is up to you guys, because I'm not talking about that next video or anything else, because that is absolutely unnecessary for me as a sport person. But he's going to have a very, very rough time, and I know he's going to understand that. And obviously, guys, he was part of the U.S. Army, because I heard some stories that he was part of the U.S. Army, and then he was off, basically, and then I think he was doing something in drugs, basically, and then I'm not gonna do that, but then he just turned out that his life was being more pathetically stupid, and that's what he was doing. And I know he's better. I know we're better than that if we ever think about driving drunk, because that's absolutely dangerous. It's absolutely killing, and we can't do that if you ever do that in yourself. And for me, guys, I would say this permanently, that I'm about to be 21 in a few days, basically, and I will promise you guys, I am never ever going to drink one piece of alcohol beer in my life, because I am never doing that. And my parents are doing it. They're doing it. They're being respectfully. They're drinking just one beer, and that's it. That's understandable. I am way good with that for my mom and dad, basically, at the time. I'm not trying to affect them. I'm not trying to hurt them, but I'm understanding that they do something that I don't want to do, and something I just want to do what's right to do for at this time. So guys, my thoughts are down to the family, and most importantly to the Calgary Flames, the Blue Jackets, and with respect to the Boston College Eagles, a little bit to the New York Islanders, and the AHL team, New York Islanders franchise, as like for the New Islanders in the AHL at the time. And let's fight for Johnny Hockey. Johnny Hockey's always there for us. It's always there for my heart right now. It's always there for everybody else that loves hockey. If we don't know him or we haven't seen him, it doesn't matter. We have to fight as Americans or Canadians that love this game of hockey, and always know that he's always there for us, and we're always there for them, and we'll always have our heart, our back, and our soul, and we'll always have their back and their soul, and always fight for them. And for that, thank you guys. I will see you for another video, and this is Campbell signing off. Have a good night, guys, and I will see you for another video.